Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much for coming by the channel once again to see some more Captain Tsubasa Dream Team. Here with the homie Nako, bringing you in this video an analysis of two transfers that are going on right now. That's the Dream Festival featuring the new Rivaul unit, and alongside rate up for the DF Natureza that was released from the previous anniversary. We also have a three-step transfer that's featuring a new version of Diaz with a high boss skill that's new. We have an Espada that's kind of odd. I guess it looks like he's necessary for a raid or something, but that and a Brian Kluivoort that looks relatively interesting. So we'll take a look at that. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much for the support throughout the channel. I really do appreciate it. I know that I haven't uploaded since the last time, obviously, since the last time there was a transfer, and it looks like for right now the only thing I have time for is analysis videos, but it's all right. I'm just happy to be able to have that opportunity to record right now. I had the whole day, and then I was like, I started washing, doing all this other stuff, running errands and whatever. Next thing you know, I'm like, oh, it's almost time to get the kids, and I'm gonna run out of time. And I want to work on a tier list, unofficial and kind of like sloppy, because I'm not gonna do crazy edits and blah blah blah. I'm just gonna talk about it and show you using the in-game menus and stuff like that, what's kind of like top tier units and blah blah blah, whatever. All right, but it's kind of hard to do because they're always releasing new units and stuff like that, and well, things change. Okay, things change. But anyway, okay, let's start off with these guys, the Dream Festival. Always a reminder that with the Dream Festival is a chance. Okay, so 5% is the banner. Rivaul is the new unit. Here's the previous Natureza. And so look, you could do a quick comparison of the two right here, right? So we have 51k in attack, 50k right here in defense. This guy is a lot better with 37 over 30, and physicality 44 over 42. So he's slightly better in terms of stats. The fact that he's green will assist him kind of against, it should help against Morisaki. But again, this Rivaul is only, well, why am I saying again if I haven't even mentioned it once, huh? The thing with the Rivaul is that he's offensive midfielder only, and there's already so many options at AM. I would have liked it if he would have had the option to be a forward as well, but of course that would mean that they would put, it would be almost, I mean, we expected almost like a direct counter to Morisaki, right? And the Rivaul is almost that, but the fact that he's an AM and the fact that he's non-JP means that, one, he's still gonna face a bit of resistance against Genzo because he's non-Japanese, and he's gonna face a bit of resistance against Morisaki because he's AM. So I think he will be capable of scoring on Morisaki. However, because of the way that this Rivaul is built, okay, with fiery potential at plus 10%. Unfortunately, he does not come with tenacity. He does not come with tenacity, and he does not come with the shot skill. So before you even think about using him as a shot taker, as a goal scorer, you have to be considerate of what kind of shot skills you have available for a Rivaul. Otherwise, if you're coming in as a new player and you're like, Nako, what should I pull here? Well, I mean, I guess he's going to be good. He serves two purposes. I think primarily, you start him off as a playmaker because he has the direct hotline here, 5%, plus the Inspire at 5%. So that could give you a potential of 10% plus to your forwards or AMs from Rivaul. And then the reason why I say initially is because of fiery potential. The lower the stamina, the higher the stat boost at plus 10%. So he will have a stronger shot when he has less stamina here. Okay, so you can afford to use him as a playmaker initially to maybe try and get shots off with Misaki or Natureza or Tsubasa. with the 10% increase. And then later on, I mean, you can still use him as a playmaker. He's just going to be an even stronger playmaker later on as the time goes by, right? But if you need him to, like, let's say the opportunity arises for him to take a shot as opposed to trying to make a play later on in the match with less stamina, he becomes more viable for that. Okay, so is he worth pulling? Yeah, he's good, definitely. However, as always, you have to take into consideration what your team looks like. Don't just pull just because it's a shiny new toy, you know. And you have to remember, Natureza is capable of scoring on both Morisaki and Genzo. And that's crazy against Genzo, despite the fact that he has a type disadvantage. However, with full power football, that's when he's more capable of scoring against Genzo. Okay, so this also because he kind of cancels it out. So, you know, take a look at this, right? So we'll do a quick comparison. Well, I guess I could use the graph, but let's just do some memorization and then we'll check out the graph, okay? So we got 14, 20, and 15. 14, 20, and 15. We're speaking, I'm only going to go mostly over the offensive stats because, I mean, depending on what you have going on. Like for me, based on the players that I have, it's much easier for me. However, I would end up using having to use exclusive units though. Nah, but I have probably plenty of other Rivauls to be able to raise up Rivaul. So it's more favorable for me, for my team, for my setup, to use Rivaul and to raise him up. And to raise him up all around. Attack, defense, and physical. For Natureza, it's a lot harder for me. I only have the DC Natureza to raise him up. So even if I got him here, cool, but I would only be able to focus on his offensive output to get the most out of him to try and be able to score. But I won't be able to make him an all-around player, so it's a lot more difficult for me to suggest to even you, depending on what your team makeup is. So like, for example, if you're running mostly Japanese, then you know you don't necessarily need to pull these players. If you're trying to run non-Japanese players, okay, you're definitely gonna want to get this guy, you know, because from non-Japanese players, pretty much the best you got right now is this Natureza and this Rivaul. Okay, however, it's kind of hard though with some of the astronomical boosts that Japanese teams are getting at the moment. But okay, so we said I'm going to focus on the offensive stats, okay? 14, 20, and 15, and then we got 12, 17, and 12. 14, 20, 15, 12, 17, 12. 14, 20, 15, right? 14, 20, 15, 12, 17, 12. So you see 14, so he's slightly better in dribble, slightly better in shot. Pass were roughly the same. And there were 12, 17, and 12. So he's slightly higher in power and slightly power in technique. And I did remember Natureza was actually at 12 and 12. So he's slightly better in defensively as well. Okay. Now for me, again, for me, and the reason why I am going to at least try to pull for him is because I have ways of, I don't have his best techniques for Rivaul, but like I'm missing his flap dribble, I believe. But against, like, let's say if I encountered Genzo or something and I needed overhead, I'm willing to sacrifice this guy right here for his strongest overhead shot. I don't have his strongest volley that comes from a red exclusive card. I might have access to a different volley, but it won't be his strongest, I don't think. No, it doesn't look like. No, I think this is an overhead shot. Yeah, it's an overhead, and this one's not even that strong anyway. This is only 445. Of course, I would want to have the 500. And then, already the Rivaul comes with the strongest, with the stronger pass. So I would basically have to take the skills that I have from here. You see, I have the crosshawk shot. So I got a 540 shot ready to go. Decent. Does he have a better intercept now? He'll be just defensively, I guess. But, you know, I'll have some decent skills. Rivaul turn is just all right. I have the killer dribble, but I don't like the foul chance on that. So I don't like to use it. I don't like to use it. So, you know, I have some ways of building him up. Oh, man, that's terrible. No, that sucks. See, remember I thought I said, oh, I think I have a way of getting Rivaul to BB8, but I don't. I would need to get him to at least a BB2. But if I were to do that, I would probably have to sacrifice this guy. But then that means I can't use his header skill. And my intention was to pull at least 150. This guy, his skills already don't matter. But what if they like revive him sometime in the future? So I don't want to sacrifice him either. Because as you saw, I had another one. Oh, man. See, that's the thing. It's hard to build up the non-Japanese player cards because, you know, it's like we're the all right. Okay, there's that at least. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so at least that's one. That's one. So again, these are things that you should be thinking about before you even decide to pull. Because then otherwise you're just going to end up like in the Please Don't Sue Me Disney. I'm just going to make a reference to your movie, Finding Nemo. Then you're going to end up like the fish, right? They're like, yeah, all right, we're out of here. Woo, we exited the pool and we're in the ocean. And then, all right, so now what? So then if you're like that with Rivaul, all right, I got him, cool. And then, all right, so what do I do with him now? I can't, you can't bring him up. So what are you going to do? And that's the thing. Look, if I wanted to bring him to at least a minimum of Boundary Break 2, I could use the one I just got and then this one, bring him up and then sacrifice him. But then what if they bring him up later in the future, man? Now that some of the reworks are in some cases being done well, so I'm a little scared as to what I can do to bring him up. And the thing is that in order to get at least one of the medals, I would need 250 to guarantee one of the medals through SP, assuming that I were to put them. And I don't want to spend my 250 right here. See, I would need not these guys. No, not these guys. These guys right here. Right, I would need to at least spend 250 to get one of these. And so then that's the case. Then that means that I would have to pretty much make my Rivaul strictly a playmaker. And where am I gonna sacrifice here? Maybe Yumikura, because I need Matsuyama here for the 1-2 for what's his face, Misaki Rahar, the 3M. And then of course if I would have had Rivaul, you know, I would have considered something else here. But now I'm playing this guy right here. I had here by taking out the Misugi, I had 15 to Japanese and 20 to Tsubasa. But the thing is that I don't necessarily want to play my squad with nothing but a whole bunch of cones. I did not like having that Misugi on the field. He just meant there for the 5%. That was it, but I didn't like that. I'm okay with sacrificing that 5% to put in. Well, this guy was already in there, Aoi. But you know, this guy, he is a very capable Tsubasa stopper. Okay, so I have him at a good spot. So I think I'd much rather use this Misugi over the other one. If I were to get what's his face, Rivaul, this is probably the only one I could bring out. And this guy's not bad at all. Nobuyuki Yumikura is not bad at all. But then I would lose 2%, and this would bring me down to 8% Japanese, 13 to Tsubasa, which is still not bad. Because even then, by putting in Rivaul here, I know it sucks because I would sacrifice 2% to Genzo. But if the point is to just score with Tsubasa or maybe even Misaki, well, Rivaul will give them a 10%, right? So this guy would actually go up to like 18. This guy would actually go up to, what's it called there? 13 plus 23. So, you know, I could make use of him. and I have some decent skills where even having the 540 shot is not going to matter. Having the header shot for Rivaul is not going to matter because of the fact that, well, I would want to bring him up to a way of bringing him up as a playmaker. And then while I am happy to have this one at BB7 here, I'm a little upset because I had the selectable ticket from the amount of dream balls spent, and I used it up on this Misugi, and then all of a sudden they gifted up to us in the event, and so that's how I got him to BB3 or 7 or whatever. But if you know, maybe I don't even know if one of those Rivaul cards is selectable, but maybe I could have used them, you know, so that I could bring them up. But I don't even have them, so I don't even know. So decisions, you know, y'all gotta make. You gotta look at your team and see, like, okay, what do I do here, man? What do I do here? I had this as well set up to try and get O'White in here, or to bring in that that all of a sudden reworked OP Radunga, which I was fortunate enough to bring him up to at least this much for now. There was at one point where I had him fully boundary broken, but this was before they changed things. And at one point when I had pulled a red one, I have skills to teach this guy too. Let's see. That's the issue with this Radunga too. Although they left him pretty good, you have to be mindful of whether you have skills to give him or not. And this is the one that I had used up right here previously. So the good thing is that I guess I could use them right now because I don't care for this skill right here. I really don't. So I could just take out the skills that are right here because I don't have what's his face there. Who's the homie that he needs right here? Alberto. I don't have a reasonable. Oh yeah, the red one, huh? Oh, just because of stand firm. Oh, that's right. Oh man. Okay, because Fierce Warrior tackles at 455, and this was at what? 475 for 400. Oh, and it's cheaper stamina wise. Jeez. Okay, and I got this guy right here, but I think this guy I could bring him up. I could have sworn I had an extra one somewhere. Oh no, I don't. Okay. So all of a sudden that tackle skill might be useful, but that's the thing. So check it out, right? In case you didn't see, they gave this guy a rework. They left him really good in terms of, you know, defensively. His tackle is exceptional. His intercept is great. His technique is really great too. His speed is really good. Remember, well, I guess I'll go a little bit deeper into it with my tier list on the next video. Hopefully I get a chance to get to it. The only problem is that you end up sacrificing a slot for this. Okay, but the inside master will he's already really good here. I'm not sure how good he will be in terms of blocking a shot. Naturally, you're still gonna have to give him a good shot blocking skill to even attempt it, but I don't know that the 30% will be enough to actually block a shot. And the thing is that with me, I think he'll probably be better as a defensive midfielder, but because of the way that he would fit into my team, I would be forced to use him as a defender. So the only thing I would be able to do is try to prevent like a Subasa or something from getting into the PK area. But I don't know that I would be able to block the shot, not even with the inside master. I think it's just too much. That's why I have that O'White as well, because I have him nicely built with the Dreamfest intercept. So even though I also have the hard contact intercept, but that would require me to also sacrifice an exclusive unit. So that's the thing with non-Japanese players that you have to recall. You have to basically sacrifice all these exclusive units, man, if you want to be able to get the best out of them. Meanwhile, a lot of Japanese players, well, you know, pretty easy to build them up for the most part. It's so much easier to build them up because you need a tackle, you need an intercept, and all kinds of stuff. 475 is the strongest block, well, the one that I have access to, at least. I don't recall if he has something better. And most people, I don't know. Fierce Warrior tackle, as you see, it comes from a Dream Collection. It comes from like other units that are exclusive, basically. That speedy cover intercept at 440, I think it'll do damage. But having that 480 intercept is a lot better. And having a 475 tackle over instead of a fierce warrior tackle, but then that would mean I would have to find a way to fit in Alberto somehow. So instead of using that one, I would probably just hope and rely on the SR transfer, and hopefully I pull that Radunga again. But anyway, man, I think I'm still gonna pull for that Rivaul just because he seems interesting enough to fit into the team with the inspirations, and his stats are good enough that the only thing that's gonna mess him up is a sudden super power creep like they did again with these new units. And well, we'll see. Hopefully we get lucky with the 150. Okay, but before we pull, sorry, this went, I know, like I said, I get into my tangents and everything, but I try to provide reasons for a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, not just like, unfortunately, I think I'm seeing too many times on Facebook people sharing their pulls, like congratulations on some of the stuff that you're pulling, but at the same time, why are you pulling? Like, it doesn't appear that you have a plan, because if you're getting excited for this Espadas, then I don't think you understand what is going on with the game right now, which is not your fault. You might be kind of new, and if you're not new, then you need to still be a little more careful with what you're deciding to do with your pulls, okay? Because basically right now, number one is going to be this Morisaki, and then we have Genzo, and then we have this. But you saw how easily I got to be able to compare stats, right? It's all within right there within game menu. So that's why I know it kind of trips me out a little bit. People are asking for a tier list where you could do it right there, but I'll go ahead and give it my shot just by doing the in-game menus, and so you could see, because the thing is that's the thing. Then if you're asking like, well, no, Nako, what I need to know is this player good or not when I pull him? I don't know. Well, all I'm going to show you is basically the top players, and basically if he's not listed on there, then they're not good, period. And we'll look at whatever, I'll get into that. I'm going off on a tangent again. I'll get into a separate video. But look, this is the top one, okay? That's Espadas. That's the top goalkeeper. Now you tell me if you think that Espadas is going to be useful. Keep in mind, Nako, but his catches is almost similar. Okay, but Morisaki's not a catcher, man. He's strictly a puncher. There you go. A hybrid keeper. Punch and catch. So tell me, how do you think? But Nako, I don't have a goalkeeper. I need a goalkeeper. Okay, you're pulling for Espadas? Congratulations. You still don't have a goalkeeper. There is no... I'll get into that in the next video. This guy too. He's a puncher. Taking Espadas out of the equation. The advantage that Morisaki has over Zeno Hernandez here is that he's going to boost himself 10% against Tsubasa and Misaki, which are the strongest ones right now in the game in terms of scoring. He won't boost himself against Natureza at the forward slot. He will boost himself against Rivaul. And then also full power football will give him another boost. Meanwhile, I don't think this Zeno Hernandez boosts himself at all in any way, shape, or form, other than against club players. Okay, club players, which will be against Rivaul. He's already boosted against Rivaul because of his because of the typing. The green versus red. Now this is okay. This seems cool and everything, but at the same time, there's not too many top defenders in red other than, I guess, Jito, I guess Gentil. However, after the team makeup started changing, because it was most beneficial to practically pull for Japanese players and whatnot, then you're not gonna see them as often. It's not as easy to boost up non-Japanese players as it is with Japanese players. So be very mindful of that. Espadas is not your solution at goalkeeper. He's not. I'm sorry. And look, check it out, okay? This is what we're gonna do. Okay. So we analyze him right here. Standing alone, he looks decent, remember? But what did we do when we memorized Rivaul? We had 12, 21, and 12. We had 12, 18, and 13. Again, Rivaul, Dream Festival, 12, 21, and 12. So this guy's slightly better as a dribbler and passer, slightly. This was 12 and 12 defensively for Rivaul. This was 12, this was 18, and this was 13. So yes, because he's a Dream Festival unit, Rivaul that is, of course he's much higher, but that's the thing. So when you're asking yourself, what about this Diaz? Is he good? 12, 21, and 12, 12, 12, 12, 18, 13. Okay, but here's the thing, right? So he has that max plus 30% compared to Rivaul's 10%. Okay, cool. That means, and this guy has actually tenacity. All right. And penalty area master, let's see, plus 20%. All right. So let me shut up and take that back. He's a capable scorer after he drains some stamina and must be in the penalty area. And he's a forward. Okay. So you might be able to score on. Damn. And here I was like, look at the stats. 12, 21, and 12. Okay. Well, with such significant boosts that obviously I didn't pay attention to before. 20%. I was just looking. My bad, Diaz. I was looking at just the raw stats, dude. My bad. But you still need to be able to build them up. And you need to be able to burn some stamina to get the increase from fiery potential. And absolutely, you have to make sure that you get yourself into the penalty area. He's a pretty good dribbler, so it's possible. Okay. 480 though? Okay, maybe. So at the forward position is possible. He might be useful if you don't have a capable forward. Okay? But I still don't want to pull for this guy. Not on this banner. I don't like these 3-step banners where you're yes, it's a 14%. It's the same thing as the Dream Festival where it's 5% and you know your chances are really low. Yes, I get it. I get it. You might have a better chance of pulling them here. I get it. But I don't want to get Espadas. But you know what? Even this Netherlands guy right here is actually not bad because of the plus 7% right here, right? Inside master 20%. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, and then he has this. Okay. I see you, Brian. I see. Whoa. Look at that. 14, 18, and 13. 12, 11, 12, 10, 10, 11. Okay, Rivaul is at 18 right here. And 21. So he's not too far off in terms of shot, but he's a better playmaker for sure. With inside master. And if you happen to win, okay, up to 2 times, so you could go up to 40%. Proven ace is not bad. You could have a stronger shot, but that's not bad. And the fact that it has a 7%, oh man, am I gonna have to change my mind and pull here? Just because I don't think I pulled on a 3% banner, and now that I look closer at what's his face, Diaz. And because, you know, I mean, I want to try different stuff. I don't want to just put a whole bunch of cones in my squad, man. I mean, that's cool and everything. Like, okay, Subasa's OP. Just get that Bada Subasa 1-2 and shoot. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, man. So, some of these are kind of interesting. It's a shame that's only 445. You would basically want his brother in there to probably get something a little stronger. You would need the most recent DF shot to get the best out of him in terms of his shot. But, you know, I don't know that I have his best intercept, though. That's the drawback, too. I don't have his best intercept to make the best use out of his defensive capabilities to try and win a matchup. So, wow, I was going to pull about 150 here, but then I lamented the fact that I wasn't going to be able to bring him up. I think I do have ways of bringing up Diaz and possibly here. And while I always say, well, I don't like to pull on these, man. I don't like to pull on these. Well, I don't, but guess what? This one has 2 units that actually feels all right. And also, I guess I want to be able to show you guys that sometimes, you know, the type of risk that you're taking. Well, you're always taking a risk, whether it's on this banner or on the other one. If it's not a 5-step where you guarantee something like the next stream was, like this one was a really good banner because of the fact that yes, you were guaranteed a 7% player, right? So with that, it was worth it. This is a risk where I might not get anything. I might not get the best out of Natureza. I might not even get the best out of Rivaul right now because I don't have a way of bringing him all the way up. So he's tempting, yes. However, I have ways of building up Diaz. I have skills to build them up. Genius dribble attack, okay. That's cool. Yeah, because I have practically, I don't have the newest Diaz, but you know, I have his a good ground shot and a good from other DFs and blah blah blah. So, man, well, remember, you always have to justify your pulls based on what you got. This one is actually a good unit, and you get 7% out of it. Interesting enough to use in a team for sure, if you can build them up. If not, well, you get the 7%. Diaz, he actually ended up being more useful than my initial smart ass reaction was of like, well, look at the stats compared to what's his face, Rivaul, right? But you know, I'm recognizing my mistake. And the fact that at least he protects himself here. There's not too many skill blockers at the moment. So, you know, he's relatively safe to be used offensively. Maybe cause some damage. Especially because of that annoying Morisaki. And I don't want to just have Tsubasa as my only option to score. So, well, I normally would advise against this. Again, some of you pulled already anyway. Okay, there's a lot of days. Cool. But I just need to have something to pull on when I do these videos sometimes, I guess. But again, I don't want to get carried away with just pulling and pulling. But in this one, I'm justifying it to myself to pull on these. And also as a way to show you that, you know, I might not even get any other feature players. That's what it might be. Okay, so it's always a risk. It's always a gamble. And, well, good luck to you if you decide to pull. Here we go. Why not? I'm going to do the 3 steps. I don't like it. I'm not happy that I'm going to. But I was willing to spend 150 on Dreamfest and possibly not get anything. So I'm gonna spend the 120 right here and possibly not get anything. That's my justification as well. So, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. I wanna get excited, but you know how it is with this confetti right here. Well, a little surprise will pop up from the banner, please. From the banner, make it flash. Where's it at? Where you at? Don't show me like this. Oh, from the banner, come on, let's go. Not Espadas. The main one that I wanted was this guy right here. Would be nice also to possibly get that Diaz. But am I pushing my luck, man? Whoa. I mean, I was already set on spending 120, right? But I could walk out of here already by pulling just the 30 dream balls. So now All right, let me see what I can do. Oh, no. Relax. You see that? Think about it, eh? Oh yeah, huh? Give me some more dream balls and stuff. I forgot it. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here, all right? So, yeah, you always got to keep these kind of things in mind. So, let's see how. What do I got for Bryant? Or actually, no. Let me think about what I got for Diaz first to see if it's worth it, okay? But I know that I have... You see, I could use even this one because I have 2 more right here, so that's cute. This guy's not enough to perform a boundary break. Man, I thought I had way more Diaz's. So you see, it's much more difficult to bring up some of these non-Japanese players. So, I mean that Diaz is already not that good defensively. I have the blast tackle and the acrobatic front flip the intercept, but how good is that going to be if I can't raise him up? He's already weak defensively, so do I need to bring him up past BB6? I think he's mostly meant to just be an offensive powerhouse, and I would like to have him at least on the bench. So, like, let's say if I have a way of playing Roberto, I could put Roberto in place of that Yumikura and then put in Diaz as a forward. And then he would have a high ball, and then I have bounding volley somewhere, I believe. I forgot how strong that bounding volley is. I think it's a 475 skill, possibly. Where do I have it? I know I got it somewhere. Cause nah, man, I had that skill. What's up with it? I know I do. I did. No. There it is. 480. All right. 480. And then, oh yeah, I forgot that this one existed. But how much was this one? 490. 490. And then the brand new one is what? 480? Was I reading that right? Okay. Well, I guess I would have 2 options. 3 options. Whatever. Let's see what I got for Kluivoort. Before I do anything else here. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I would understand if you fast forward through all of this. It's all good. Probably talking to myself right now. It's all good. But you know, if you're like watching and whatnot through all of this, thank you. But it also kind of gives you an insight, right, as to like all the things, the thought process that you got to think about, all the stuff you got to think about before you don't just pull, man. Don't just pull and then be like, hey, is this guy good? Hey, I'm pulling. Is this guy good? Cool. Look, you see, I got this guy right here. I got this guy right here. Got this guy right here. So I have multiple ways of bringing them up. I think, didn't I just get another one of these? Or isn't he available in the shop? I think I need to buy them from the shop so that I could bring this one up as well if I wanted to. Oh, and then I even have one of these that I could use. Ooh-wee. See, so I have ways of bringing him up relatively easily for this brand new unit that I just pulled. Oh, cool. I knew this overhead would come handy. Let's see. 490. Alright. Okay. I don't have obviously the one from the Dreamfest one that will give me the volley, but I think there's a volley skill available for him. Recently, wasn't it? Or does he already come with it? Let's see. No. Nah. I know that he has that volley from the Dream Festival one, which I don't have. So So it's alright, I guess. But there was one. Oh, I think it might be in the shot. That's let's see. I could have sworn I seen it. I seen it, yo. There should have been a skill. Let's see. No. This one. There it is. Let's see what's the 455. Alright. Nah, I guess the high ball it is. Okay, well, I have a way of making use of Diaz. Even that Kluivoort. Ways of bringing them up. With Inside Master and everything, he could be I. With that matchup win bonus, he could be an I threat. Looks like I have to win a couple of I need to be able to win a couple of matchups to get the best out of them. 20% right here, so that's divided by 5. That's roughly 3K, almost 4K, so about 3,500. So 3,500 will bring us to 22K, which is roughly like Rivaul Natureza before they boost themselves. And then with this one, the power. Oh, that was just 20%. But if it's 40%, that's right, 35. So that would be 7K, so 25K at shot. And then the power will be only 2,000 at 20K. I'm sorry, 20%. So 40% will bring them up to 14K, which is all right. So, you know, he could probably be he could possibly score as a forward. And worst comes to worst, well, at least I secured the 7%, right? Okay, so now I'm taking a big chance to get this Diaz right here. Just for the sake of having green options, because like I said, I only have what's his face, Tsubasa right now and Misaki. But against Morisaki, well, I gotta have something. So okay, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and complete the transfer, take the risk, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe I get super lucky, maybe I don't. Who knows? But I'm satisfied with Kluivoort. Let's finish it off. Why not? Why not? And then when I get to step 3, oh yeah, that's why I didn't want to. I should have kept my green balls. Worst comes to worst, I guess hopefully I get a dupe of some sort that will be useful for some kind of whatever, because it's a guaranteed SSR. Hopefully it may be a good skill that I need. I don't know. Doesn't look promising, so we'll see. Oh wow, 42 minutes. Well, at least I got lucky. So, but you see 14%. 14% right here, and look. Oh, yes. At least I was hoping to get this guy. Jeez. Just so I could mess around. I didn't have a capable Hyuga. And you know, I want to do different builds and all this stuff, and I needed this guy. Alright, so for me, this was a win. 3 steps. I got a 7% card that's usable, and I got this Hyuga that's the most usable to power up Misaki to his fullest. Although he's not necessary, but I still wanted to try him out. I still want to mess around with it and see what's up. So, yay me. Alright, let's do this. But be wary, be mindful, be careful. Remember, it's a gamble. I just happened to get pretty lucky here. Would have been cool to get Diaz, but then I probably would have been asking for too much. Let's see how. I'll expand by 2. Give me 175 dream balls. Why not? Let's see how lucky I got, because I pulled that Kluivoort in step 1. What was his percentage? 3% chance, and then whoa, look at that, 0.42% chance. All right, yeah. So you see, it's just luck, baby. Sometimes it be that way, you know. And then look right here, 14% chance, and like I didn't get him, you know. It'll be that way sometimes. So all right, well, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a kick out of it. Hope you maybe found it insightful, informative, helpful, something in making your decisions before you pull. Remember, there's that chance that you're going to end up with nothing that you wanted, nothing useful. So, but that's the same thing with Dream Festival. So maybe the best advice is depending on where you at. Look at your squad needs. If you don't need to, you don't need to pull here. It's just a matter of whether you feel like risking it or not for whatever reason. But come up with your reasons. If not, then just continue to save up. Like I said, I need to be saving too, so that's why I'm not pulling like crazy, but I still have been pulling a little bit more than I thought I would be, because I do want to be kind of loaded up for anniversary, but at the same time, some of these units have been at least tempting enough for me to pull in some cases. I think the most I went that I probably shouldn't have was for Morisaki when I spent my 500 reballs, but so that's why I have to be a little bit more mindful going forward. So yeah, in the end, think about it before you pull. And if not, you can't find a way to fit in, it better save up your dream balls. It's better to not look for the ways to justify your pulls first. Otherwise, what's the point of pulling and be like, hey guys, is this guy good? I don't know if he fits into my team, but is he good? Well, think about it first, man. Think about it. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Come back for more. I hope that you have yourself a wonderful day, and good luck in your pulls wherever it is that you decide to pull. If you're still deciding and you have a ton of dream balls, this one is still recommended. There's a lot of time left on it anyway, but you're guaranteed a 7% one there. And then, well, yeah, good luck to you, everybody. And as always, please, let's remember to practice kindness. Let's be respectful, be responsible, let's be safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. Much love and peace. Till the next one.